financial support, and thanks ECF for support. We are rolling out this special grant during the perennial experiment, and the funding timeline is from today now on October 30 to November 13, 2 p.m., lasting 2 weeks. And for week 1, 2, the project will launch and vote and compete with each other. And the week 3 will be verification and interviews. For week 4, the fund will be distributed via supplier's smart contract. In the eligibility criteria, I want to say that it's kind of familiar with the perennial grant, no trading tokens, pre-investment stage, public good stage. But one more specific point is zoo villages category. So it's complex and simple. Complexity is how to prove your zoo villages. You just need to, the community will verify, right? And the simple one is just characterize yourself on Pansy page, which I will show you later, and then choose the zoo village category. And remember, when you propose your project on Pansy, come back and check the eligibility in real-time ranks. So sometimes we will face some problems like I fill in the wrong information. I'm a public good, however, I choose no for public good nature, so I'm not eligible. I know it's wrong information, but the eligibility criteria is based on Pensive, everything on Pensive. So we know you're not. However, you filled in wrong information, you don't have the eligibility. So it's quite. So just make sure that you are in the round, and you can, as QJ has just introduced the filter, you can just come back and click the link and just see if you are on the rank. If you are on the rank, then you are eligible for this grant. And for I think this is the point that most people care about. Um, that's the award amounts. Top 1 to 5 accountable projects is kind of is slightly different from perennial. We have only one track that is accountability, and top 1 to 5 accountable projects will get $400, $200, 150 respectively. And those are all the rules and details. And I will quickly go through the Pensive and to give a quick demo, really quick. Wait a minute. Okay. So this is a really quick demo. I will just fill in test, but remember, you don't fill test because it's our archive already stored on our wave. It will be permanently store your behaviors. So I'm just quickly show you we have basic 20 items for Pensive. For your initial project proposal. So this one, project name, tagline, project category, that's the core eligibility. So choose zoo villages, remember. And tags, you can choose any tags that are that suits for your situation, and project description, project logo. Here I already done website, URL, an applet. If you have an applet, so that depends on your real situation. You can fill in your app link or just choose the NA. It's same for white paper, and choose the date funded and launch date. And remember, all the items should be filled before you go to the next page. If you don't fill, you cannot go to the next page, and it will show the prompt like this. So next, it's already finished. Okay, development status, open source status, repository link, smart contracts. It's all the other items. And the organization structure, public goods nature, founders, uh, just filling real information. I'm just doing the demo. Do not uh, follow me. And next, financial, financial, financial status. Remember, if you want to apply for the grant, you have to know. Okay, this is the initial grant. We don't have the core eligibility here, but I will show you later. So just NA. Then after you fill in all the items, just create project. But because it will be permanently stored on the blockchain, I will not create here, and I will show you on another page. That's for pending projects. After you create a pending projects, and oh, I see Zcash already out. It is already published, and your projects will go here, the pending projects, and you need two other people. Remember, two other people to vote for yourself, and to vote for your project, and then your projects will be here. And you can see we have top transparent project here, Web3 Radio, also the top winners, top one winners for both accountability and transparency tracks during week 2. And another two, I think, another three eligibility criteria. It's let me see, it's financial items, investment stage. Remember to choose no investment. These are new items after you propose an initial proposal. After you create an initial proposal and come back to fill in other items, there are, I think, way more than 20 items. And funding received, investment stage, and I think organization, public good nature. You fill in all those core eligibility criteria, you will be able to apply for the grant. So the important things will be repeated over and over. So please forgive me. I just want to make sure that you know the eligibility and apply for the grant. You get the money, right? And if you have any problems, use the function here, live chat. We will support you. I think we aim to support 24 hours, but we will reply as soon as possible if you leave some question here. Okay, I think that's all for the Zoo Village special grant. I will go back here, go back to this slide. Also, if you have, as time is rushing, I think if you have any questions, just leave in the chat box. I will reply it or leave it to the huddle time. So next, I will share. Next is A star. Jason, do so. My old friend finally come back.
Yeah.
Please give us.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, about 2 months silent, and we are just keep fighting with source code, AI. I can show some typical the slides just single page. So I will share the screen and then give a glance through about our contributions and the new releasement. The first one is like air account is like a decentralized account. You can use passkey and KMS. KMS is backend with the BRS and TE, and also it's a security because all the membership private key keep on your fingerprint and the TE in the ARM chips. And the second one is like the Supermaster, but until now I'm testing. Supermaster is a way to empower the community to your any token. If you launch some token for, for some, I don't know, it depends on you. But we can empower the ERC20 token to get ability for get sponsorship with any ERC20 token. And you can access the links. It's like I open already. There is some detailed things about what we are building and what We are testing and development, some plans, and some related links. And oh, I didn't share the screen. Sorry. Let me share. Okay, I will switch to. Oh, at this, I switch to another page. Could you see this page? Oh, and that's it. So, Kelly or anyone, can you see this page? Oh, okay. And I showed the Super Paymaster. This website is our Super Paymaster, and this website is our air account. You can register with your fingerprint and keep your private key in your own community server. It means I think I have this one. Yeah, I post a Twitter thread to show the if you community launch your own private key KMS, you can just buy a ITM32. It's like a KMS backend hardware to empower your community to keep your own KMS server. Yeah. And also, if you want to launch a super master, just follow the steps. That's my local test. This is the main site website of Supermaster. You can just launch your own community paymaster to empower your ES20 token to get ability of gas token. And you can go back to oh, oh, slow. Okay. I think some detail links you can follow the a-star.io to fetch more contents. I post just a snapshot in the red corner. It's like we release about 8 new products. As all this is on beta version, we are still on testing in the industry. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jason. What a big progress after you vanish for months and you come back with such great news, exciting news. It's really it's really exciting. And does anyone have any question for Jason and for A Star? If not, let's go to next. Zukash. So Tarek, um,
Hello, hello.
what you? Yeah, hello, hello. Well, I open the link where you shared the.
I'm at the phone. Maybe can you open?
Sure. Let's do it. Okay. Um, it's loading. It's loading. What happens?
Uh, Let me check.
Okay, so and let's check for new slides.
Or maybe because of the video. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's because of the video.
I'm not sure. It was approximately 5 minutes, 5 GB.
Also, it needs some time. I should have pre-loaded. So, would you mind jumping to the next
Oh,
project
it's
while
came.
I'm loading?
Yeah.
And so we. Oh, okay. It still needs time. So I will go. So let's jump to the next first. This is Jesse. Jesse, could you give us some updates on this maybe new project?
Sure. Hi, everybody. This is a real simple one. It's just a very small public goods project that is essentially the purpose of this is to create something like a safe type template for equity swaps between founders and early team members. If you're not familiar with what SAFEs are, that stands for Standard Agreement for Equity, and this is like a legal agreement template that was created by Y Combinator to make investing in early stage projects easier with less due diligence and administrative overhead. So the idea is that like as founders and people working on early stage projects, it would be great if we could invest in each other's projects. And so the idea is that we're going to create a simple legal template that will allow us to exchange some of our personal equity for equity in other projects. And that's about de-risking projects for ourselves, diversifying our investments, for those of us that it's like maybe don't have a lot of like liquid capital to invest in angel into other projects, but would like to have exposure to good people doing good work in this industry. It's another way of investing. And so I'm working on this with the Consensus Network Stake project. They're creating a new framework for flexible legal agreements. This is native on-chain legal agreements called Signet. It's a pretty cool project. And then Block Science has a new game. It's a governance game called Polycentric, which is about, it's basically like it's a game all about making agreements. And so what we're doing is we're using this game to help to surface considerations from people that we need to factor into what type of variables a legal agreement template like this should include. So we're gonna host an event or two at DevConnect to talk with people and take feedback as we are working on this small project. And one of the things that this will result in, which is kind of interesting, is an investment graph, and that could be really interesting to help with information in the industry for future funding rounds, to help good founders, teams, projects find additional funding, because as investing is trending toward funds of funds, they're delegating diligence down to people that are closer to these teams and projects. So what people will be able to do is to look at the data of who is investing in what, and sort of like if social graphs are mapping our relationships one-to-one, person-to-person, and community graphs are mapping the extent of our membership in groups, investment graphs will function similarly in the way that you'll be able to see who is investing in what projects, and you can use some sort of transitive logic there to determine what else you might want to invest in based on who you see is invested in what. So that's just a real quick overview of what we're working on and where it's going.
Okay, thank you, Jesse. Does anyone has any question for the token swaps equity? So it's kind of like make the a personal equity flow, right? To make it have liquidity.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, cool. That's cool. And so I get no so no questions. Let's. Thanks, Jesse, coming back, and we're really great to see your new project. And next, let's come back to the. Let's share the screen for Tarek. Let's see. Can you see my?
Yep.
Can you see it? Okay. So this is a video or
Our video is at the fifth page, but we can watch later. Hello everyone, by
Okay.
the way. I'm Tarek from the Zukash and the Zugo team. 2 months ago, approximately 2 months ago, we started an experiment in Kaş. Kaş is a small coastal town. It's southern coast of Turkey. It's a fisherman village. with a big history. And we had Lydian roots for governance experiments, and we have a Lydian roots for the first minted coin. And the Zucash was not just another gathering. We tried to create a living prototype. We brought together builders, philosophers, researchers, and the community organizers to explore one question, actually. How can we bridge ancient democracy and their principles with emerging decentralized technologies? And we host discussions on plurality, self-governance, privacy, collective coordination. And we had one new concept beside the cosmolocalism. We discussed about the particle commons and their coordination. And we held our first Townhall, inspired by the Leaking League. It was one of the earliest examples of federated democracy. Uh, I put a picture from that town hall at the last page. Maybe bad design for me. But can you show the last page? Yeah, this one. It's an ancient parliament from 2,700 years ago, and it was a capital of the Lycian state, and they was using plurality before the plurality, and weighted voting in there approximately 3,700 years ago. And this year, we announced Zucash 2 for April 10 to May 10, and we will continue the conversation about the governance, digital identity, privacy, and the political commons, and we are adding the ACK track to our discussions too. And besides that, we will also run the first alpha test of Zugo, which is our open governance protocol. It's born from these experiments. And it's not just a product, actually. At the beginning, we start like a term improvement protocol. But after that, we saw a solution is not just creating a protocol, and we was need a complete tool. And because when we start this experiment first with the community governance, we was believing decentralization would fix everything. But after these experiments, we understand something. Still, we need some hierarchy, we need some leaders, and we need some still central authorities for this online. Only collective coordination is not enough. And we a little bit reshaped this is why the Zugo protocol to complete governance tool. Now it's including every kind of voting system and voting mechanisms. Even we can create an anonymous pool or not anonymous ones too for more faster coordinations. For example, even for deciding which side events we are gonna do, we don't need to anonymous pool for this. For example, people can see their friends' opinion or the schedule, etc. But beside that, we have a ZK and ZooPass, ZK ID and ZooPass integration. We have a simple majority voting, quadratic voting, weighted voting, and plurality voting for the Zugo. And we are creating a useful database and eligibility criteria for issue owner can choose from this criteria to understand and determine the weight with weighted sum mechanisms. And beside that, we use Canon entropies to create a different weight for the voting sessions. If you want to make a voting session as weighted voting, and the vote is decrease or increase between the 0 and the 1 about the situation. And every proposal and every experiment can have different weight of voting for individual persons, like a living algorithm. And we are waiting everyone for Zucash 2 at April 10. You can find us at Twitter and at Soladay. And for first Zucash, we have a recap video, approximately 5 minutes. And maybe we can hear from the people which they attempt the Zucash and they leave that experiment. And we can listen from them if it's suitable in the page 5. And thanks to Shaka for all the songs you will hear at all the video. Oh, Kelly, maybe you need to open your mic because there is no voice right now. Oh, still no voice. There is no voice still. Okay, if you want to watch, you can find it in the Lukash account in Twitter and YouTube because
Okay, yes.
there is no volume right now.
So yeah, it has some problems with some volume. How do you say volume syncing? So you can copy paste the X link, and also I share the Canvas link. It's really a great job. So people definitely have to listen to the great songs and the great recap.
Let me share from the chat.
Thank you, Tarek, and thank you, Zukash, for making those amazing zoo villages. One of
Thank you so
those
much.
amazing villages. Okay, so next, it will come to the community huddle. Let's share this one. This will be time for people who are interested in the perennial grant experiment and also the Zoo Village special grant. And also, if you have some questions, you can join this part. And in this part, I believe there will be some secrets or some playbook to help you to get more CPs. It's very, very important, and I have been constantly asked how to get higher CPs, how to boost my transparency scores. It's secret, but we will announce here. We will tell you here. Don't tell anybody. You have so many competitors. So if you have any questions, just open your mic and directly ask our our QJ, and if I can help, or Reno, we are all here to support.
Maybe I can ask from the private.
Ask for private. Okay, sure. I will tell you.
You don't need to learn. To be honest, actually, like 3 or 4 months ago, I joined the alpha test of Pensive, but I had no time to open our page, and I faced some problems, but we figured it out together. But still, for example, for every update, I believe we need a voting session again, at least 2 votes from another people's to make it pass. Yes. And I don't know. I am saying that in every meeting, we have no Discord in Turkey. We need to use VPN to join. Of course, we can join with VPN, but in that scenario, we have some civil attack risk because everyone knowing here probably we are using so many different MetaMask tools and safe accounts, etc. And I am personally don't want to use VPN. And every meeting I'm making a reminder. Maybe we can use a Signal or I don't know Telegram at least. If we have more concern for privacy, we can go to Signal. But it's hard to us to communicate with other people and promote ourselves, etc. And this is maybe my fourth reminder.
Because in my area, in my region, I also have to use VPN to visit many websites. It's kind of my basic skills. So it's not a question for me because I'm familiar or I get used to using VPNs to visit different amazing websites. So for I think a better communication channel, I have like a one compromise method. We have a one. We have a like I think in my in my own opinion, we have a really good conversation. So every time if you want something, I can copy paste to our Discord channel and help you promote. And also you can promote your content on the ads. We can help retweet because currently we have planned to use Signal as a communication channel. However, after I did some research, some people signals are also not very popular, and it requires more how to say stronger VPN in some areas. So things are really different and are really different globally. And I think that's the one method or the solution I can think about currently to solve your concerns. And thanks for keeping filling the page for months. And now,
But we was quite busy, and right now, again, we are building Lukash second edition and the governance at the same time. But I find the time, and I kept my promise. But I don't want to be bother you every time like a gatekeeper. Maybe we can find a solution. I believe Telegram is everyone have a Telegram in the Web3 ecosystem. Telegram is like a must-have, like an obligation in our ecosystem, and maybe we can go. Oh yeah. Maybe a Facebook group. Uh, but I don't know. You are using VPN consistently, and you are a pro VPN user. I understand that. But I have a concern about this because I hacked before, like 4 years ago, and my loss was amazing. My central exchange are hacked via VPN, and this is why I'm a little bit concerned about that, and I'm not using. I forbid myself to VPN. It's like personal privacy and security issues.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that because my wallet was also stolen. I guess it's because of some bad VPN. So
Yeah,
I totally got your concern, and we will figure out in what channels or what platforms we can help promote because we'll keep thinking about it because it's not very. We'll figure it out.
okay. Thank you. Sure.
I will give you. I will become. I will be your assistant on
Oh,
the content promotion.
thank you
Currently.
so much. Sure.
You're welcome, and thanks for supporting us. And does anyone have any other questions or want to get the secrets of boosting your CPs or about eligibility?
Yeah. I have a simple question. I didn't check the detail for the grant program. I think it's week by week. So for a single project, it can apply or make application for every week or only in this progress only one time. I don't know the permission or the rules.
Hi, Jason. Thank you for the question. It's not like a traditional application that is only aiming for a specific grant for some time. So basically, once your project is up there in Pensive, it will forever be there. The information might be updated. It will always be there. So, for example, I think the first week, a project called Depth Learning earned the highest transparency or accountability. I forgot which one was it, and then the information just stays there. So in week 2, there's another project called Web3 Radio that came on top in terms of transparency by 10%, only having 7 items left. Depth Learning is still top 2, and then they earned the top 2 prize for second week. And so it will, the idea of the perennial grant is that it will constantly give support to the projects that are constantly performing high transparency. Of course, in the future, the requirements will be piling up. You will need, for example, more updates to the milestones or performance but the project will always be there, and this is how we keep everything on the table, like Kelly put it, versus we could bury your application in our inbox. And hopefully more grant programs we are in conversation with a lot of other potential grantors, like projects that are looking at giving funding to good projects to partner with us and then make the grant pool much bigger than the experimental grant pool, which is only 800 per week. In the future, it might cover top 10 projects with more funding, but this will be and as I was explaining, maybe not super clear, maybe then there will be software rounds, right? Like that it will be constantly giving to software, or maybe there are grants that are focusing completely only on privacy projects, that will be looking at certain privacy features that projects are looking at with the filters. And the idea is that it will be not huge amount, but small amount by week or by month that will constantly be given to projects. And in the meantime, there's much less work to apply every week, like you were worried about. You will be there.
Yeah.
There might be more work to
Yeah. Once I do it, I can keep.
Yeah, for example, it looks like East Chennai now this week is really coming on top on transparency. Though, right, yeah, this is with the right filter of the transparency this week. And Etna, I think, as one of the East communities that are based in East Sicily, they were not even in the rank last week, as I remember. And then they have, I think, it looks like they have 67% transparency. In the future, it will also not be so easy to gain popularity, like you just said, having more people to vote for you, because we intend for it to be more long-term support. Once people give you your vote, even if they change, it will not be so immediate that they will be able to switch to another project, right? It will be more linear, like in conviction voting, where their influence of contribution points will gradually go to the new project versus completely sweep everything under your feet. But for the purpose of the experiment, this time, it will be like easy voting. You just put all your CP behind projects.
Yeah, great idea. I will try.
So I think this is one of the first experiments on grants. We don't have the biggest funding behind us because we do need this to be tested out first with all the projects that are involved. But we are very confident that many of the people who are thinking about more fair, more transparent, and more trust-instilled methods and mechanisms need to be out in the space. And we have already heard a lot of feedbacks from researchers and people who are doing grant programs. So bear with us for smaller awards these days. But once we are over the alpha stage, it will become much more full-fledged to support. And this is the hope, and this is what we have been working on.